Hey guys, it's Kevin Kreider. More than just muscle. I was on a 24-hour flight flying from Philadelphia to Doha to now Bali. I just got in at 11:30 p.m. I gotta tell you, the first initial thought when I got here, I was like, holy shit, this is so different. And I wanted to pay in American dollars, which I thought was kind of funny. And at one point, but I realized I gotta pay in rupee here, and it's just such a different feeling here. It's just so much more laid back. My first thought was, oh, this kind of reminds me of South Africa and Bangkok a little bit. It's super hot compared to where it was like 15 degrees Fahrenheit back in Philadelphia, and now it's like 70 or 80 degrees here. And man, I was on the airplane, and I was just, a feeling of gratitude just overwhelmed me during that 24-hour flight. It's a lot of time to get grateful at one point. I was thinking about how I was waiting for this one day to happen. And my one day was to come back to Asia. It took me 8 years to get back to Asia. When I promised myself I was going to do it, I was like, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to start modeling again, I'm going to do all this stuff, I might live out here. And it took me 8 years to get back out here. A lot of it was fear. It was a fear of actually making the commitment. Then I went down into $20,000 of credit card debt, and I couldn't get out of it. And I said, well, one day when I get out of it, and then one day I'll have the right resources, I'll have the right career, I'll go out there. And it never happened until now, until I forced myself. And actually, it didn't even really mean to say force myself, but I started to take the actions to make it happen. A few might know, but my uncle passed away, and he died of a rare muscular disease, which kind of triggered this. He was dying from the muscular disease before, when I was thinking about it, but after he passed away, I said to myself, I was like, I have to do this. This is now a must for me, because I've seen too many people in my life, and he's one of the examples that I've had where he was waiting for one day, like, to retire. And he told his wife, my aunt, when he gets out of the hospital, they're selling the house, they're going to start living life and doing all this stuff. And I was like, I heard this before. My dad's neighbor passed away, and he was waiting for retirement, and he passed away right before retirement. I'm like, I'm not waiting for one day to happen, one day for retirement, one day until I have enough money to do all this, because I realized too that no matter how much money you have, you're always going to want more anyway. When I was in $20,000 of credit card debt, I had a coach, and he said to me, oh, how much money do you need in your bank to get rid of that fear and to make you feel like you can do the things that you want? And I gave him a number, and I hit that number within 6 months. And I still had that, and I still delayed. I still delayed about a year and a half to do this trip to Asia, because I was still waiting for one day to even double it then. The stakes just got higher, and I was doing more, and I had more on the line. And just when going back to the death of someone close, it really gave me life again to pursue this journey. So I don't know what's gonna come out of this. I'm excited, but I'm also tired as hell right now, and this is my first video log. There's a lot of changes happening, not just in atmosphere, but the circadian rhythms. I did not fast because I took Qatar Airlines, and oh my God, their food was like first class food. It was crazy. I mean, people told me I was in for a surprise, and I was in for a surprise. I looked at the food and was like, wow, I feel like I'm in first class with this food. And so I ate it. And I really recommend, if you're gonna go vegan for the first month of January and you're flying, and this is your first time ever going vegan, call in ahead of time, because apparently they'll make, I hope any airline will do this, but a lot of it is vegetarian, I found out, but not vegan. So there's gonna still be milk. So for this day, I was actually more vegetarian. I'm not gonna lie, I was more vegetarian. I had some eggs too, cheese, but I didn't have any other meats other than that, no red meats. And they will accommodate and give you modifications. They ran out of a vegetarian dish apparently, and then they scrapped one out of nowhere. They said call ahead of time, so I learned that. So if you're ever flying and you're vegan, and you're trying to go vegan, call in ahead of time and tell them you're vegan and if they can make accommodations, because apparently they will. And tomorrow I wake up early. I'm gonna set the day up, meet up with a couple of people that I've been talking to online who said they wanted to meet up, and gonna explore Bali for the first day. Really excited. Hope I can get some sleep. I kind of doubt it just because my sleeping pattern's a little bit off right now, but I'm gonna hop in the shower. Don't drink the water while you're here, apparently, if you're from America, because your body's not used to it. And I'll see you guys soon. I was trying to go to sleep right after I was finishing that vlog, and I found a friendly critter called a tick. And I had to get out of that room and find another place. Thank God they're refunding me, and just a good first impression for Bali. Thank God it's 2:30 back at home, back in Philadelphia, because it's 2:30 a.m. right now. But I got a pretty sweet place, and it's the same price or similar, which I'm not too disappointed about. And it's in the middle of the city of Seminyak, and it's not too bad. So I'm gonna be here for the day. You know, difference is I didn't freak out about it. I realized maybe it's not their fault, at least I don't think it is, but they took good care of me, and I got a better room actually in the middle of the city, so it all worked out. See you guys soon.